Okay, this is the fourth video on the TLAS assessment framework. My name is Uli Malesa, and I work together with my colleagues Jola Leal and Juran Koopmans on that study. This video shows you some insights on data insights, and we want to show you a little bit what you can see when you use and serve the tool. What dashboards do we show? So we show three types of dashboards. The technical profile dashboards, and here you see a new one that has been added in between is the dashboard 3C that looks at one supply chain step and shows then all indicators. We also have the country comparison dashboards, and we have the implementation assessment dashboard. What could be interesting? So here are some questions we felt are good questions to ask. Are there meaningful insights for users to understand a specific TLAS? How sensible is the TLAS assessment framework regarding different TLAS characteristics? Does the tool show the critical issues? Does it show the differences or similarities between countries? And please remember, we use preliminary data here in the tool that does not allow to make conclusions on a given TLAS. We just use the data for showing the functionality of the tool and the mock-up. So we came up with three potential users and that could seek data insights. So the first one are the timber buyers. They could look for easy digestible information to understand the level of mitigation by a TLAS to mitigate risks regarding illegality. To support decisions on timber sourcing and maybe estimate additional costs to issue legality. The second group are the political analysts, and they could seek insights on technical solutions, gaps, issues for further improvement, arguments for advocacy, information to consult buyers groups or other interested groups. And the last user group is the governmental agencies of TLAS countries. They could be interested in the list above, but also in arguments for the existing implementation level of their TLAS. A timber buyer, so let's go to the group. So a timber buyer might be interested in such a view here. This is the technical profile data points only. My selected filter is Romania, and the TLAS element is supply chain control and verification. And the topic is physical flow control verification of transactions. And I just filtered the highest relevance or importance to make it to have an easy view. If I then pick upon the indicator 223 that asks the questions, are all actors involved in transactions covered by the TLAS registered and identified by the control system? Then we see here the outcome for Romania with the descriptive value, so in the comments field. And we see that the assessment value is complete for the first two supply chain steps when the timber is harvested, and for the last one, partial. So a timber buyer could say, oh, I need to be a little bit more careful and have a closer look once timber gets processed. Let's go to the next view, and that is the same filter setting, but here now with the evaluation data. And we here see then the same indicator plus the concerns value and the fit for concern value. So because in Romania the concern value here in the higher the downstream levels of the supply chain are not so high, also a partial assessment value turns out in a robust fit for concern value. And Timber Bayer could draw the conclusion here, well, I do not need to have a closer look because there is only a low level of concern. Let's go to a political analyst. So a political analyst might be interested in that view, which is the country comparison with evaluation data. So I selected all the 3 countries for which we have data, and the indicator 311, what type of data is provided to stakeholders on individual transactions. And we then see here the concerns level for Ghana, the concerns level for Guatemala, and the concerns level for Romania. And in Ghana in Ghana, access to most real-time verified data does exist. So, and it's a moderate concern level, so the turnout is robust. In Guatemala, we have a higher concern level, but the assessment value is, I think, the highest robustness, full access to real-time verified data, so which turns out also to be robust. In Romania, we have a more diverse situation. So when it comes to primary processing or secondary processing and final products, there is no access to data, which, due to the lower level of concerns, turns out to be a moderate fit for concern situation. So a political analyst could draw some interesting conclusions here regarding the differences in the countries, regarding concern level, or whether there are gaps, or in that case, I would say no big insights for further improvement. Let's go to the next one. Which is a governmental agency of a TLAS country. And they might be interested in that view, which is the country comparison, but just the technical profile. I selected the indicator 273, which asked the question, is technology used to support verification activities? And here we see then as outcome the situation in all 3 countries and the different technologies used to undertake verification. And this might be an interesting insight of how that is done in the 3 countries. And here we see that there is a big package in Ghana and a less of a big package of technology used in Romania. And further down the supply chain, still in Ghana and Guatemala, there is technology used, while in Romania on processing and final products trade, no technology currently seems to be used. So you can, by this, compare countries and draw your own insights, whether your TLAS is the right one or you find some innovations that you can use. Well, thank you for your attention, and we are looking forward to see you all on the expert workshop.